Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to RoboCo, a game where we have to design and build robots to help us complete various jobs, so things like delivering sandwiches, or tidying up, or moving stuff around the place, and there is quite a lot of detail involved in the actual building of the robots themselves. There's all sorts of different components like gears and cogs and levers and switches and all the rest of it, so it is quite in depth. But it's not all just engineering bits and bobs that we get to play with. To quote a sentence from the Steam store page itself, hook up controls, customize how your robots move and operate, then add fun cosmetics like googly eyes and hats. That's right, we can add hats to our robots, and what else could anybody possibly ever need other than a robot wearing a hat? It sounds wonderful. And maybe the robots can wear many hats. I've got no idea. Maybe we could have a robot wearing 2 hats, 3 hats, 10 hats. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out when we play. But if they can wear lots of hats, then absolutely. We shall have all of the hats. Thank you very much. So RoboCo is coming out into early access tomorrow as this video goes out. If you're interested, there's a link to the Steam store page in the video description below. And also, to be nice and entirely see-through about this, the developers of the game are sponsoring this video. They came along and said, would you like to play a game about robots and hats, and we'll give you some money? And I said, yes please, because I like all of those things. So a great big thank you to the developers for sponsoring the video. Quick word of warning before we begin, however, I am no engineer, absolutely not at all. So if you build mechanical things with moving parts for a living or a hobby or whatever, then I absolutely apologise in advance for the distress that this video is likely going to cause you, because there's going to be a lot of ineptitude going on, because I'm not entirely sure how all of these different bits and bobs work. So yes, apologies in advance. But there we go, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's go and build some robots. So we're going to have a go at the campaign in RoboCo. There is a sandbox mode, of course there is, where you can go and build the robot of your dreams and get it to do whatever it is you'd like it to do. But I think the campaign is going to be a little bit more of a gentle introduction to how this whole robot building thing works. But before we look at the campaign, can we just take a moment to appreciate that guy there? Because he is wonderful. He's wandering about the place with a happy smile doing his crazy walk, and he just looks so jolly. And look at that, his walk is absolutely wonderful. I like you, my good sir. Have a lovely day. Right, so the campaign is split up into different levels, and I have done the tutorials, as we can see here. So when you complete a level, you get given these kind of little yellow diamondy things, and they are bits. So to unlock these levels down here, we had to have 6 bits, which I got by doing those 6 tutorials there. So we've now got access to Sandwich Surfer at the top there, and then Piñata's Peril, and Tippy Toe Tidy Up, which sounds very exciting. So we have got more levels that we can unlock later. There's Robo Coffee, not tea, alas. We need 18 bits to get that unlocked. And there's more down here for 27, then 38, and then down at the bottom, you need 55 bits to unlock this, but the level is called Dance Dance Robot Revolution, which sounds wonderful. And if that doesn't involve dancing robots and a disco ball, I shall be incredibly disappointed. But there we go. I think maybe let's begin at the beginning and have a go at the sandwich server level. Serve a sandwich with flair at Bistro Robo, one of many simulated environments at the RoboCo facility. So yes, everything takes place within their facility. So it's not out in the real world. It's all kind of testing. We're just making sure that the robots are doing what they're supposed to do. So, okay, that's what the level is going to look like, a sort of little cafe type thing. And our main objective is to deliver a sandwich to the guest at table 6. Okay, not quite sure where table 6 is right now, but I guess we'll find out when we go in. And then sub-objectives, and I guess if we complete these, we get more little kind of diamondy star bit thingamajigs. We need to do it without touching the table. Okay, so make sure the robot doesn't kind of slam into the table. And then also, we need to deliver the sandwich upright on the plate. Okay, that could be quite tricky to do. And then we haven't got any times yet because, of course, we haven't had a go. Okay, right, here we go. Let's dive in and see if we can serve a sandwich. Right, here we go. There is table 6, and there's the chappie who's ordered his food. So we need to get a robot over to him to deliver his sandwich. And we've got to get through all of this kind of stuff. There's another person with their wonderful walk. I like how they walk. That's very exciting. However, it looks like it might be a relatively straight line between where we're going to build our robot, which is on this kind of blueprinty grid type thing, and the table over there. It looks like it's relatively straightforward. So we don't have to go, round corners or down ramps or whatever. It looks like it's in a nice straight line. Okay, right. Let's do the kind of tutorial stuff at the bottom here. So, yep, there we go. We can move around and look at various bits and bobs. Open the constructs panel. Okay, so let's get building, shall we? So we've now got 3 cubes. Okay, so we have a medium cube, a heavy cube, and a light cube. Okay, so place a base for your robot. Let's go for medium, shall we? Let's go for a medium cube. And then really, we want to make sure that we're building in the middle. Because if we're going to go in a straight line, we don't want to put the robot here, for example, because then it can't go in a straight line because it's going to crash into that table. So we want to make sure that we build it kind of in line with this. So right slap bang in the center there. If we can just put our kind of base down like that, and there we go. We now have a base, and it's kind of floating around right now. It's all very magical. Right now we have the resizing tool. Okay, so use the resize tool to resize the base to 12 by 3 by 9 or bigger. Okay, so I think we make it like that because we want it to be relatively thin, I would have thought, to fit through the gaps there. So that can be the 3. And then 12, it can go back 12 maybe. So hang on, so 12. And then can it come down by 9? Can it sort of do that? Can it sort of a bit like that? There we go, look. So it's got a kind of a blocky kind of middle. Head's unlocked. Place a head on your base. This is exciting. Hang on a minute. Oh, this is marvellous. However, when do we get to the hats? Okay, I mean, which head do we choose? Which one do we choose? I mean, we've got Kitty. That's quite nice. That's adorable. Got Bobble, which is brilliant. We've got Sleepy. We've got Blockhead. We've got Screen Face. And we've got Flat Top. Do you know what? Let's go for Flat Top. Why not? So hang on. Rotate round. And then what does it say about rotating? Press R. Okay, so rotate it round. So Flat Top, look out that way if you would be so kind. So you're kind of looking forward. Okay, so now we've got a head on our robot. Now we've unlocked left wheels. Okay, it's very specific, but okie doke. Right, so from the left side of your robot, let's fix them on. So attach 2 left wheels to the base. Oh, they're quite big. They're quite chunky wheels going on. Hang on a second, hang on. So these are going to be on the left. So if we just click like that. Okay, so what? Hang on. No, that's in the middle of the air. Click drag if you want to detach. Yeah, I think possibly we didn't attach it very well then, did we? So I think if we go green, it's going to attach. It's quite hard placing things in a 3-dimensional space. Hang on a second. Hang on. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right, so grab that and put that on like that. Right, that looks a little bit more like it is actually attached. And then we'll do the same over here. Although I suspect that's right up in the camera, isn't it? How do we... I want to move it... Oh, hang on a minute. It's all 3-dimensional sort of stuff going on, isn't it? Hang on a second. Like that. No. That's... that's not going to fly, game. That's... No. How do I click drag if I want to detach? I want to detach... Oh, no. What have I done here? Hang on. At least it's on the floor now. There we go. Look, we've brought it down to the floor. Brought it down to ground level. How do I detach that wheel? I want to move that. Hang on. Do I have to press that and click that? I want to... That wheel's not going to fly. That wheel's not going to be very useful at all. Okay, do you know what? We'll sort that out later. Right. Fix that on there. And then we'll have another... Whoa. Okay, that just zoomed us right in where we were looking. Okay. And then another wheel. Sort of... Hang on a minute. We have to back off a bit. There. Okay, so the right-hand side is absolutely fine. The left-hand side is a little bit broken. And now you can press space and the robot will do something. But I think we need to possibly do something with this. Hang on a minute. So there we go. Delete that wheel and let's grab the wheel and we'll put it back on there. There we go. So now we can press space and we can enter live mode to activate the robot. And there we go. And we can drive it around. We can drive our base. And there we go. Look, we can poodle about and we can go over here and we can say hello to people. Hello, everyone. Look, I'm just driving around. Wee! Do a little skid. There we go. Turn around. Just, go and greet everybody. Be friendly. But of course, we can't deliver food like this. But at least we can get to the table now, which is good. Okay. So now we've got all sorts of bits and bobs going. Transmitters. Okay, so go to the Power Joints tab. Oh, my goodness me. So we've got... What have we got? Power joints. Select a right-handed control scheme. What does that mean? What do you mean select a right-handed control scheme, game? There's a hinge and there's a spin motor. Oh, hang on. What's that? There's a thing there flashing on off. Right-hand controls. Okay. Right. So we've got right-handed controls. Attach a powered joint to your robot. So a spin motor or a hinge. I mean, a hinge would make sense. I'm thinking... if we have a hinge, we can then get like a flat tray on the top of the hinge, and then we can kind of hinge it downwards a bit, so we can kind of slowly slide the food from the tray that we're carrying it on onto the table. That's what I'm sort of thinking. Attach a powered joint. Okay. So if we put that, hang on. Which way is it hinging, however? That's kind of important. I'm not entirely sure which way the front is. I think that thick bit is the back, I think. So, okay, like that. No, I suspect, no, I don't, that is right, actually. Hang on. So now we can enter live mode and activate the robot again. But now, over here, we've got lift and lower. Okay, so I is lift. Okay, right. It just whacks our poor robot on the head at the moment. Okay, and then lower brings it back up. Okay, right. So we could, in theory, put something on there. We could put something on that, like a big tray, and then get a sandwich on it. And then I don't think we're quite high up enough yet. We might need to build a bit higher. But okay, right. So let's carry on doing what it's telling us. Tutorial complete. Parts unlocked. Okay, hints unlocked. That's very handy. Thank goodness for that. Right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Cosmetic. Come on. That's what we're all here for. Let's be honest. Let's move robot's head. I think possibly we're doing to move his head out the way. His head might need to go. I don't know. Can we fit it down here? In fact, hang on a second. Hang on. Can we put his head at the back on like a big block or something? Can we do that? Hang on. Basics. Let's do this. Oh, there's so many things. Now, see, this is where it gets into things where I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. So, blocks, I get that. A rod. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. I get that. Wheels. Yeah, I'm with you on that. A piston. Okay. Lateral movement. Goes up and down. I'm with you on that. A DC motor. Getting into realms I'm not 100% sure. And a servo motor. I don't know what they are. I know it tells us, but I don't fully understand. Structural, there's so many bits. Look at the amount of pieces there are. There's more. There's more structural components. Oh my goodness me. Do you know what? Can we have one of those on the back? That might be quite fun. Then can we put his head on the back? How do we detach? Control and click. Detach. Oh, I didn't want to select the thing at the back though. Hang on. Just like that, look. Can we then put his... Oh, hang on a minute. No, not like... No. Not like that. Moving things in 3 dimensions is tricky, look, because it doesn't kind of go where you think it might be going. Okay, so like that. And then raise it up a bit. And then can we put it there? There you go, look. So his head's sort of on the back. And then we can move the hinge. Oh, no, we've just moved over. Hang on. Then we want to move. Hang on. Then detach. Don't select anything. Detach the hinge and just move that forward a bit. Sort of. No, now that's sticking out of the thing. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Everything is fine. Yeah, okay. It's sort of okay. There we go. And then, can we rotate it? Can we rotate that round? No. Oh, no, hang on. No, that was correct, though, wasn't it? That was actually moving in the right way. The only thing is, it's a bit low. So I think, hang on. So what if we were to put, is there like a big flat thing? Like a big flat shape? There might be something in something else. Mechanical? No, that all looks complicated. Powered? Distance sensors, microcontrollers. Now, yes, you can if you want to, and I quite like this. You can program your robot in Python, which is a programming language. I don't know Python. I've never done Python, but if you want to, you can just put one of these in and just program your robot however you'd like it, which is quite exciting. But, okay, don't need touch sensors. See, a piston might be quite useful. A piston might be handy to kind of raise that up. Hang on. How near are we? So if we drive over here, look, hang on. How close are we to the table? So we are we're a little bit, just slightly too low. I know we failed that goal there, but we're going to reset this. So we're ever so slightly too low down. Okay, so how about then we could either raise the body of our robot up a little bit. So we could try and do that, although I don't know if we can do that now it's been placed. Or we put that on top of something else. Hang on a second. Right. Let's move. No, not the entire thing. Hang on a minute. Control. Move you over to there. You go and float around over there for a bit. Go to basics. I mean, how about we just put it on another medium block like that? And then how do we... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, I need to make that medium block bigger. Can we make that bigger? We can delete the medium block because that wasn't what I was thinking. Unless we do put it on a piston, then raise the piston up. But then we don't need to do that. That's just making life complicated. Hang on a minute. So we've got a thing, and then... Oh no, the resize tool is down here, isn't it? Then we can resize that. So let's make it sort of like a 3x3 block. Like that. Then go back to select. Pop that. Not exactly there, but not far off. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Move that to there. And then pick that up. And try and twiddle it about in time and space. Complicate it. And then snap that to there. Right. Okay. So now we've got a little kind of raised bit. And then I think we need to get another block like that. And then we resize that. And we just make that big and flat. Like that. And then we can just put that on top of there. Do you want to make it even a bit bigger? Let's make it a tiny bit bigger like that. And then we put that on top like that. Yes. Okay, so hang on a second. So is that attached? Is that now fixed to that? Is that kind of bolted on or super glued in or whatever? So if we lift that, yes, it is very much part of the same thing. Okay, so I think, hang on then. So if we go forward, to here, for example, then, hang on, there's a red line. Right, okay, that red line, I think, there we go. We've got a sandwich. We've got a sandwich on a thing. Right, hello. I don't want another sandwich. Please don't drop another sandwich on our heads. Okay, no, that, hang on, right, that lady, away with you. Okay, here we go. This is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So very slowly, very carefully, head over to the table because we don't want to knock the table because then we don't complete that goal there. I love that guy. Look at he's proper watching. It's exciting. He's got a little name badge and everything like a pass. Right. Get as close to the table as we can and then deliver the sandwich upright on the plate. Okay, so here we go. So is this going to slide off? That might need to be a bit longer. Thinking about it, we can try it for now. So if we just lower that down ever so slightly, here you go, here's your sandwich, my good sir. It's not falling off the plate. Hang on a minute, hang on, go down a bit more. Okay, so we've not delivered it upright on the plate, but we have delivered it. Okay, I think it fell from too high. Do you know what, we'll give that another go. I think if we just lower the size of that block there, just make that a tiny bit smaller, it won't fall so far. It'll more sort of slide onto the table rather than fall. Let's give that another go. Let's have another go at that, shall we? I'd quite like to just sort of try again. But look at that. Oh, we can give them money. Oh, okay. Hooray, we've made some money as well. That's wonderful. But yeah, back to edit. So let's just try and make that bit a tiny, tiny bit smaller. So hang on. So that's that. Where's resize? There it is. So if we just make that even maybe just up by 1, just make it the tiniest bit higher. So like that, and then bring, oh no, hang on a minute, bring that down like that, and then bring that down on top of that. Right, okay, so it's a bit lower now. So here we go. So we drive out and we wait for the red thing. So there we go. So we get the food. Boop. There is our lovely sandwich. Don't run that lady over like we did last time. Hello. Oh, crikey, I've turned at quite the aggressive angle there. Right, so we go that way and we say hello. We have to make sure that we do not bash into the table, however. So this is going to be quite tricky. And then we kind of have to just... Oh, it's very, very tricky. Don't think it's going to work. No, we are sort of touching the table, but it's not counting that we're touching the table, I don't think. It's sort of okay. Hang on a minute. Is it going to say that we're touching the table? And... Okay, now if we reverse, that might work. Hang on a minute. Hang on. What if we lower that? And then tip it again? And then try and reverse? Hang on. We'll just hit the reverse. Hit reverse hard. Full reverse. And... And boop. It's on your table and it's upright. There we go. We've completed it and it's brilliant and it's perfect. And you know what? He looks very, very happy about it. So there we go. We've delivered a sandwich to a person. I mean, I suppose maybe another human being could have done this in a slightly more efficient way. But do you know what? It's a robot and that's what counts. So I think with our robot done and serving sandwiches in a completely flawless and brilliant way, we can now add some cosmetic items. I didn't really want to add these before because of course they would have got in the way if we had to put in extra gadgets and gizmos and things and strap on more blocks and wheels or whatever, then they would have been a bit fiddly to move out of the way. But now it's all working, we can put some cosmetic items on, and there are wonderfully 3 pages of cosmetic items. So we've got eyes over here, got a kind of cat mouth, got a wonderful variety of head topping things here. So there's a top hat, which is brilliant, a sun hat, a cap, a crown, and a crown that does have lots of pointy bits on. I'm very impressed. And a pirate hat. You've got antennas, you've got a hand sticking out, a hook, a bow tie, because bow ties are cool. We've got a turret to shoot foam balls. Why would you need that? There's a bouncy antenna, there's gaskets and exhaust pipes and barnacles. If you want to make it look like it's been underwater or something, there's a sea sponge, there's some glass, some tall coral, branching coral, and then other things that are locked away, which is very intriguing. However, we have to go for the hat. Of course we do. So let's put a hat onto your head. That's brilliant. That's very good. We have a robot with a hat on. I mean, what more do you need? What more could we want from life? Okay, do you know what? How about then, could we somehow attach the bow tie underneath it? Oh, hang on, I might have to rotate it. Oh, it's not going to fit where I wanted it to. Do you know what? Hang on. It can have 2 bow ties. It can have a bow tie attached there and a bow tie attached there, but like that. Yes. It's got 2 bow ties, like little tiny twin propeller bow ties. That's very good. What's that? A circuit board to make it smarter, wires, capacitors. Okay, so for now, let's just have the one hat. That is wonderful. And then we can just sort of go driving around. Look, there he is. And he's got his hat on. And we're going to run that woman over again. Sorry, Madam, please extract yourself from the wheels. Thank you. But yeah, there we go. Look. And the bow ties jiggle around. The bow ties are jiggling around. Okay, that's very good. Is he saying something? Hello, are you talking to us? Hello, would you like a chat? Do you like my hat and my wiggly bow ties? I think that just means they are talking. I don't think they're necessarily saying actual words that we have to be bothered about. I think it just means they're having a nice chat. Okay, right, let's go. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry about that. I blame the driver. Right, okay. So that level is now done. I'm quite happy with that. We've done all those 3 things. So let's go to the next level, if I can figure out how we do that. Hang on, how do we get back out and go to the next level? So on that level, we got 5 diamondy bit type things out of a possible 6, which isn't too bad at all. I think maybe that last one was down to time. I think maybe we took a little bit too long to serve the sandwich, didn't we? It wasn't like we kind of ran up and went, boom, there you go. We kind of ran up and then very carefully lowered the kind of hinge thing down. It took a while to get the plate and the sandwich off of our kind of tray thing. So I think maybe we didn't get that because we took a little while to do it. But do you know what? 5 out of 6 is not too bad at all. However, on the loading screen, as we were coming back to this menu here, it did say, don't forget to check out the secrets. On each level, there are many secret things, and we of course discovered no secrets at all on that level. So I think for now, let's nip back and just have a little look around and see if we can find a secret thing. So I'm thinking the secret thing isn't going to be in there at all, unless it's behind the bar. It could be behind the little bar, but I think let's have a wander about here, shall we? Let's kind of go around the edge and see what we can find. So what exactly do the secret things look like? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there's an explodey thing. There's something on the wall. Don't quite know what that's about. Is that a secret? I'm not entirely sure. There's what looks like a door over there. I mean, can we just drive into that? We can drive into it, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, there's some lockers over there. That's nice. Some of them have got missing doors, but okay. Right, so nothing obvious there. Nothing obviously kind of leaping at us, and it's not saying, hey, you've got a secret. Well done, you found a thing. Okay, on there we've got a kind of spannery type thing and some duct tape. Woo! Okay, let's go over here, look. What is there over here? Let's have a little look around this side. Oh, it's quite big. Oh, the room's huge. Oh, I didn't realise it was quite that big. Just some crate. Oh, hang on. What's on top of there, look? What's that? put the cash in the waiter's pocket. Oh, there's little kind of secret kind of requirements. Put the cash in the waiter's pocket. Oh my goodness me, I could barely put a sandwich on a table. Good grief. Okay, what's that one? Bring a piece of cake to the customer. Oh, okay, so there are different things. That's only 2. Okay, yeah, can we see anything else? Can't see. Oh, look, there's a whole kitchen bit. There's one in the kitchen as well. Oh, that's wonderful. I like that. So you can complete the level with the objectives, and that's okay. And then you can go, hooray, I've done the level. Brilliant. Tick that off. Wonderful stuff. I made a robot. But then if you want to, you can come back in and have a go at some secret things, but you have to find them first. Sorry, madam. Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Robot coming through. Extract your legs. There we go. Thank you, madam. Right. Let's head this way. I might have hit a stool slightly there. Right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Is there anything behind? There's one on the bar. There's one on the bar. Hang on a minute. We're going behind the bar. Anyone want a drink? Right. What does that one say? Bring one of the lonely humans a friend. Okay. So we'd have to have some sort of, like, grabbing tool or something, possibly? Oh. We've sort of fallen over a bit. Hang on a minute. Let's reset and go back out again. Hooray, everything's sorted out. Right, hang on a minute. Okay, so bring one of the lonely humans a friend. So, yes, you'd have to grab, like, have like a grabbing arm and grab somebody and move them over, possibly. And then in hit... Okay, we've fallen over again, but I think we can see what that says. Clean the dirty dishes. Oh, I like that. I like the fact there are extras. However, we seem to have fallen over ever so slightly. So, do you know what? I don't think we can do any of those right now. That's going to require building some quite advanced robots to go and, clean dishes and what have you. There's quite a lot of dirty dishes as well. So, it's fine. We've kind of seen what they are and what the goals are and what they're about and how we discover the secret things. But I think for now, let's go and have a go at one of the other levels. I mean, going through in order, let's have a go at Piñata's Peril, shall we? I imagine we have to build a robot to go and hit a piñata, but okay, let's see what that's about. So it's a little party, which is quite fun. Look at that. Main objective, break the piñata without touching the blindfolded human. Destroy the whole piñata on the first hit is one of our objectives. Break the piñata while it's high up. Okay. So we need to make some sort of hitting thing. It's a party. Help the blindfolded human break the piñata without them noticing you. Okay, right. They are blindfolded. Okay, right. Let's have a little look then. Now, are we going to get tutorialed on this one? Or is it now just going to go, nah, there you go. You're on your own. Crack on. Because if they do, oh dear, that's going to be quite the challenge. Okay, so it's quite high up. So we're going to need to build something that's relatively tall. On that human, that person there has then lifted it way up into the air. And the blindfolded person is just kind of wiggling about. Oh, it's really high up. Good grief. Okay, we're going to need to build something with a kind of hitty type thing. Is there a tutorial? Oh no. Oh no, there's no tutorial. Okay. Right, this could be a little bit of a disaster. Can we find any of the secret things? Because we don't necessarily need to be the robot. Or do we? Oh no, we do. We do need to be the robot. Because we can't go outside the confines of the test area as we are now. So we can see there are things around, but we can't go out there ourselves. We have to be sort of, driving the robot or whatever. Okay, right. So we're going to need something which has got like a hitty stick thing on it. Okay, that's fine. So hang on, what can we have? So structural is sort of okay. Joints. That's what we're going to need. A bobble joint, ball and socket, pivots at the centre, a bearing, a hinge, an angled hinge. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want to have, so we want a hinge, and then we want to be like hitting something with the hinge. Isn't it? Is that what we want? Put a rod through the hinge. There's a ring bearing. There's a CV. Again, let's see this. Engineers, other people know what that is. Okay, CV joint. I genuinely have no idea what that does. Universal joints and CV joints transfer rotary motion at angles. Okay, if you say so. And a universal joint. Okay, I don't think we necessarily need that. Mechanical a propeller, you say. If we fit a propeller sideways and switch it on, would that not mangle the thing? If we switch it on, then walk up to it, would it not just tear into it and rip it apart? Possibly it would. Attached to a rod and motor to spin. Do we have a motor? Oh no. There's a rod. Okay, hang on. Powered. A DC motor. Continuous spins a connected rod. Okay. Or that does something slightly weird. Okay. So a DC motor. Right. So we need to build something relatively tall that we can then stick some aeroplane propellers on to either side. And then we'll try and chop that thing up with propellers. If that's how we need to do it. Okay. We might not be able to destroy it on the first hit. Although we can give it a go. But I think maybe that might be a bit of a push. But do you know what? I'll take whatever we can get. Do you know what? Let's have a heavy block, shall we? Let's begin with a heavy block this time round. So, yeah, pop that there. That's pretty much in the middle. And then we'll just make it... Well, actually, hang on. It needs to have wheels, of course. It's going to have some sort of wheels. That's going to be a bit tall, isn't it? But it might need to be relatively wide because we're going to have to build quite tall on it, I think. So hang on, it's 9. Let's make it 10 by 10 by 10. There you go. It can be a kind of a chunky thing. It's fine. And then we'll have some wheels. Hang on a minute. Hang on. How do we tell it where the wheel is? Whether it's a right-hand wheel or a left-hand wheel? RC wheel. 5 by 5 wheel seems good. How do we tell it which way round it is? They're not what we had before. Because the other wheels had kind of connecty bits on them. Hang on, where are the other wheels we had? Oh, the wheels are under there. They're under constructs. They're kind of groups of things that are kind of put together for you. So you don't have to go and make a wheel every time. You can just go to here and grab some wheels. Okay, right, that makes more sense. So I think let's have, so left wheel. It's quite big. It's quite a chunky wheel, but that's okay. So if we put that like that... and then have another left wheel kind of fitting onto the end there. And then we have a right wheel like that and a right wheel like that. Perfect. And then we can bring the whole thing down to the floor. Okay, so now it's on the floor, so we can drive it. Okay, it's quite quick. It's quite quick. I thought it was heavy. I thought it was supposed to be a heavy thing, but okay. Okay, right, hang on a minute. We might need to make it heavier, possibly. Can we move that up? Can we possibly move that up ever so slightly to give it a bit of, like, height? Like, ride height, possibly? Can we do that? Oh, yeah, we can. Does that make it any better? Potentially, no. It makes it even worse. Oh, no. Now, see, already, I don't have the engineering knowledge required to figure out what we have to do with this. I'm not entirely sure how we make that any better. I mean, do we bring that back? Do we make it heavier at the back so it doesn't fall over? Okay, do you know what? It's not going to fall over if we do that. This is why I'm not a mechanical engineer. Right, look, there we go. It works. It works and it's fine. It's a bit wibbly, but it's fine. So now, I think we need to build... Okay, hang on a minute. How high up is that thing? Like, how high up do we need to build the thing? Okay. Yeah, it's got to be really tall. It's got to be incredibly tall. This isn't going to work, is it? This is never going to work. Oh, hang on. The robot needs a head. Oh my goodness me. We've unlocked some more heads, and one of them is called Butler. Yes, we shall pop a butler's head on the back. Thank you very much. That is brilliant. Can we resize the butler's head? I don't think we can, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. There we go. We've got a butler's head on it. Right, so let's go to basics. And we just want, maybe at the front, we want a light block. So the front isn't... So hang on, but if we put a heavy block at the front, it'll weigh it down. So it'll stick more to the floor. Is that correct? I'm making this up as I go along. I don't really know. Right, put that there. And then move that across like that. And just bring that up like that. Right. First things first, can we move? Yes, we can. I think because we've got that bit at the back, it stops us from falling over. Okay, so it's still not up quite high enough, but we're not falling over. Okay, this is fine. Right, so just keep on. How high can it go? Right, there is a height limit. It can go to 29. Then we shall have it on 29. Okay, so we can drive along like... Right, perfect. And then... we want to possibly bring it out like that. So I think we need to stick some motors on it. So then, powered. So then we need a DC motor. So here we go. I don't know what I'm doing with this now. We're sort of venturing into lands where I don't really understand what this is, but I'm going to put it down and hope that it does something. So that's spinning clockwise. So put that on so it's clockwise. So then we've got another one. So that's going to be spinning. That's going to be spinning in the opposite direction to the other one. I think you can right click. Yeah, there we go. Edit properties. You can flip it round. There we go. And there's loads you can do. There are so many things you can do in this. There's all sorts of complicated bits and bobs, but we might not see that. Right, and then we want to build... So hang on a minute. So parts, and then it was basics. Was it a rod? So put a rod into that thing, and a rod into that thing. So now they've got a rod in there. So I think, hang on. So are they spinning? Are those things spinning around? Yes, right. So those things are now spinning, look. Which is good. Our robot's on a bit of a funny angle, but it's okay. And then, where are those propeller things? Where were they? Where were they? Mechanical. There we go. So a reverse propeller or a forward propeller. So if we put that on there, like that, and then can we make the propeller bigger? Can we make it bigger? I don't think we can. Unfortunately, I don't think we can. Never mind. And then we snap another one on there. Do that. Okay, they're not spinning around quite as much as I thought they might be, but I think you can right-click on... hang on a minute. Right-click on the motor, is it? Go to there. Then we can right-click the motor, edit properties, target RPM 1,000. There we go. Max torque. I don't really know what that means. I always say it with regard to cars, but I don't know what torque is. Okay. And then that one, edit properties, 1,000 RPM on that as well, please. Right, okay, so now we should, there we go. Here we go, right. Piñata, we're coming for you. Right, hang on a second. So we go to here and we can now chop the piñata. We've fallen over slightly. Okay, and we've been noticed by the human. Oh, and the human is very sad. Sorry, human. Right, hang on. Let's have another go. So another go, and we shall gently... I mean, yeah, our base build isn't the steadiest, but it's okay. We haven't been noticed yet, so we're still okay. They've not noticed us. Right, now the Piñata's gone up. I mean, how are we supposed to get it up there? Because we can't build. This is as high as we can build, isn't it? Isn't this as high as we could build? I thought it was. Right, we hit the Piñata. We've fallen over ever so slightly. I don't know if this is the way to destroy the Piñata. I thought maybe 2 gigantic spinning blades would be enough. But they're spinning at 1,000 RPM. Thought maybe that might have been sufficient, but no. Possibly not. Okay, so hang on. So that person... We've not destroyed it on the first hit. I don't think they've hit us. They've not found us yet. So, okay, right. Can we have another go? Let's go past them. No, we're not there. It's not us. It's not... Oh, no. They noticed that we were there. Now they're all sad again. Okay. This doesn't work. This option doesn't work, I don't think. And we're not very steady either. Because, you know, I'm no engineer. It was pointed out. I'm so sorry, everybody. All these people watching this going, what are you doing? Just build a massive hitty stick. I don't know how to build a massive hitty stick. I thought maybe choppy things would be enough. Oh, no. There we go. We did it. We completed it. We broke it without touching the human. Although we didn't destroy it on the first hit and we didn't destroy it while it was higher. But you know what? I will take breaking it apart as an absolute win. To destroy the whole Piñata on the very first hit, I think you'd need to have like a great big whacking stick type thing. So a little bit like what we have there, like a great big kind of, you know, hitting stick. But it would need to be on a hinge of some sort. And then you'd need to pull it back and then have some sort of tension and then let go of the tension and the stick kind of pings up and whacks the Piñata in one good strong hit and then it falls apart. But I don't know how to do that, so I quite like our unique propeller chopping approach. But there we go. So yeah, we didn't destroy it on the first hit, never mind. And we didn't break it while it was high up. I can't quite think how you do that unless you would bring some sort of like catapult type contraption and fling things at the Piñata whilst it's up on high. Because as we saw, that's as high as you could build. That's as high as you could make anything. So I don't quite know how you get anything higher unless you'd have kind of extendy things like things that get bigger, like pistons or whatever, to raise up this bit over here. I'm not entirely sure. Name your robot. Wait, what? we can name the robots, we can give it a description, and we can tag the robot. Oh my goodness me. Okay, hang on. Destroys, doesn't walk. I don't think we can call it hybrid intelligence. Do you know what? We're going to call it beautiful, for it is beautiful. And also it's funny. I mean, there isn't a tag for pretty useless and poorly designed, but there we go. Yeah, we'll save those changes. Destroys, beautiful and funny. Okay, hang on a minute. We get to name our robot. Oh, we didn't name the one from the last level. Oh, that's a bit sad. Okay, right, hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's go and give this robot a name. I think we shall call you Choppy Bot. Choppy Bot loves nothing more than using its raised propellers to choppity chop things up. That is wonderful. Okay, so we can press save, and then we press continue. That's what we should have done last time. Hang on a minute. Now we need to go and give the other bot a name. With the hat. Hang on. Right, we absolutely have to go and do that. Right, hang on a minute. Back we go. Oh, Robo Coffee and Wooden Chips is unlocked. However, that might well require, these two here, the use of telescoping pistons. And I don't know what that means. So hang on a second. Let's go and give this robot a name, because we didn't give it a name, and that's a bit sad. Right, so we're back with our first robot, the one with the little kind of twiddly bow ties and the wonderful top hat. But I've changed things around a little bit because we only got 5 out of the 6 little kind of diamondy completion things on this level, and I think it was because of time. So I've altered things. So on the top of the kind of serving platter here now, we've got rid of the kind of hinged approach, and we've got a piston. And if we're going to have a look at how it works, we can see that if you press down here E, the piston goes out, and if we press Q, the piston goes back in. So I'm thinking we stand under the food dispensing thing, food drops here, and then we go right up to the edge of the table and we just push the food over. I think that is what we do. So hopefully this is going to work. So let's reset the clock. Right, so here we go. Let's try and do this nice and fast. So, okay, hello. Yes. Oh, hang on. Back. There we go. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Right, hopefully we won't catch up with that. Right, okay. We crashed into that woman. That woman kind of ruined things, and now she's broken a plate. Oh, that lady there is definitely not happy, and now she's trying to walk all over us. Okay, right. Hang on. Let's give that another go, shall we? That didn't go entirely according to plan. Yeah, can we have a plate just there, please? So, there we go. Okay. It broke the plate. This isn't supposed to happen. This is supposed to be the easy bit. We're supposed to be able to just get a thing that lands on the top there. Come on. Give us a plate. Perfect. Right. Lady can get out of the way. Cheerio, lady. Right. And now we need to be incredibly careful, but we also do need to hurry up a bit, because the whole point of doing this is that it was supposed to be quick. So there we go. And then if we just boop that onto the table, I think, did that work? Yes, it did. I think it did work. And it took us 22 seconds, which I think is a lot quicker than what we did last time. So, okay, let's have a little look. But now we get to the point where we can name our robot. Okay, right, so what should we call you? I think we have to call it Bernard Bot, don't we? There's got to be a Bernard in the game somewhere. So there we go. Right, so if we continue with that, it should save Bernard Bot. And now, did we get our extra little kind of thingamabob? Yes, we did. So now we've maxed that one out. So that one really good. Piñata's Peril, not quite so efficient with that one. Let's have a little look at what Tippy Toe Tidy Up is all about. Become the ultimate robo-vac and quietly clean the bedroom to a sparkling shine. How on earth are we supposed to do that? Have we got like a kind of suction-y, vacuum-y type thing? So the main objective, clean up all the dust. Sub-objective, don't move any furniture too far. Okay, so things do seem to have a kind of a box around them. And don't wake up the sleeping human. Okay, there's somebody in bed. Okay, let's have a little look at this. I'm not entirely sure how we go about doing this one. Right, so there's somebody asleep. That's good. And then we can see all the bits and bobs that we need to... right. The dust is those big clumpy things. Okay, so we need to be able to get around to those. I've got genuinely no idea. I do not know how we do that. How do we create a vacuum thing? I don't know how we do that, game. Do we get any help at all? Do we get even a suggestion of how we might go about doing this? I mean, there's all these different kind of things, but is there a pipe? Is there a pipe and a vacuum? We've got these. We've got bristle dusters. Oh, for cleaning messes. Oh. Okay, so do we need to make a bot with some wheels with those at the front? So we put them kind of flat, and then we just kind of spin them around, and it can kind of scoop up all the dust. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, right, hang on a minute. Let's go back to go back to the basics. We shall have, I don't know, a middling block. Hang on a second. Want to make sure we know where it's going on here. So, middling sized block, like, hang on, like that, because that's bang in the middle. And then we'll resize that to make it, I want to kind of move it down, actually. I want to move it down because it doesn't need to be, it needs to be low, this robot. It needs to be really, really low. Practically on the floor, I would say, almost. I think there is a little bit of a gap there, isn't there? Is there a tiny bit of a gap? I think there is. Hang on. Let's raise it up one off the floor like that. And then we'll just bring it back like that. And then bring it out like that and like that. So that can be the general shape of it. And then maybe it can have two arms coming out the side that can have the bristly brushes on the end. I mean, do they spin round on their own accord? Or do they need to be attached to something? I really don't know. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to do this. A solid wheel or an RC wheel, low friction and smoother at high RPM. That might help. Although, oh no, hang on a minute. Hang on. No. Get rid of you. We need to go to here. We need to go to the fully assembled wheel. So they've got a motor in them, basically. They've got a motor in them. I understand kind of that concept now. So if we bring that like that, just go, okay, we'll have one there and we'll have one at the back because that makes sense. So like that, and then we'll replicate that on this side if we can make it do its thing. Come on, game. Come on, work it out. Hang on, nearly. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. And then one kind of there. Okay, so that's going to plop down to the ground, and then we've got a little kind of remote control car type thing. That's fun. And then at the front, hang on, can we bring that entire thing down? There we go. Does it move properly? Yeah, that's okay. And then I think we need to have a bit coming out here. So where are those spinny things? Where were they? They were under mechanical. Okay, so they're sort of upright at the minute. I think we want to make them flat. Although, I'm thinking, do we have two little ones? So don't have that. Maybe we have two little ones. So do we need a motor in their mechanical? So it implied that you need a motor to kind of attach them into. So what I'm thinking is we have a bit coming out like that and a bit coming out like that and have the motor. Oh no, it might come off the top actually. So have, or can we just have one wheel on the flat? Hang on. Right. Okay, this is what we're going to do. This is perfect. This is how this should work. It's going to be amazing. Right, like that. And then extendy that kind of bit like that. This is going to be brilliant. Just you watch. And then there's going to be, where is it? A powered thing. So we need to get a DC motor that's going to spin. But which way up is that? Hang on. Attach that to there. But where's the... we need to turn it round, I think. So we need to move that on that axis like that. Okay. This is never going to work. Then we get a rod. We put a rod into there. And then we get the thingamajigs. The thingy, wipey, cleany bits. You know, that's the technical terminology. So can we have, say, a medium one of those? Like that. And then we rotate it so it's like that. And there... Oh, no, hang on a minute. Then we want to move it. So can it sort of... hang on. It's not happy where we are. Can it lock into position like that? Can it do that? It looks like it's locked in. So hang on. So now if we press go, is that thing spinning around? It is. Hang on. So can we go through and clean up 50 bits of dust? So we just kind of go it. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, yes. We're a dust cleaning mean machine. Look at this. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. Right, clean that. And we're so low, look. And we're so little, we don't really cause too much trouble. He's got his sock on the floor. Tidy up after yourself. Right, this is amazing. It goes under all the furniture. It goes under the furniture. We have created a masterpiece, everybody. This is the best thing we've ever done. Right, okay. Okay, I don't know what that was. Oh, we're just cleaning up the floor, I think. I think we were just cleaning up generally dirty floor. Yeah, look. It's just got generally dirty, grotty bits of floor. So we'll clean that up. We're not moving too much furniture out of the way. We're not doing it in the quickest way. But do you know what? That's okay. I can cope with it not being fast. Look at that. We're cleaning up everything else. The floor is all shiny and spotless. This is brilliant. Right, we're about, halfway through cleaning up. This is fine. Clean that bit up. Oh, this is amazing. Our machine is brilliant. I'm so proud. Right, under the bed we go then. So pop under the bed, clean the dust under the bed. It's a bit grim under there. Well, we got 30 out of 50. So the rest of it has got to be over here. So there's some over here, look. So we can get that. And there's going to be some under there by the look of it. So we can clean that and that. I've had a terrible thought. What if some of the other dust isn't on the ground? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. We'll clean that up though, because, you know, it's important to be tidy. I also noticed there is something over there. Hang on a second. There's a bit of something there we can clean up. Right. I think all the dust has been cleaned off the floor. And, oh no, look. It's up there. It's there. How are we supposed to clean up there? Right. Yeah, that's really high up. That's really, really high up. How are we supposed to clean high up things? I don't know how we're supposed to do that. Yeah, there's none on there. There's nothing we have to clean up over there. There's a bit there and a bit there. There's a bit on there. Oh, there's a little bit on the side of there as well. Look, oh no, right, okay. Our beautiful, brilliant machine actually isn't that effective at all. Because it can't clean the high up places. I don't know how to get to the high up places. I don't have the technical knowledge available to do that kind of thing. I mean, how are we supposed to get up there? How on earth are we... Oh, hang on. There's a secret thing there. Hang on. What does that say? Put the 4 dirty socks into the laundry bin. Oh, I like that. You have to do a spot of tidying up as well. That's very good. I don't know how to clean all these things at different heights. I genuinely don't know how to do it. How can you clean under the bed, like we did, but then also clean high up things? I don't know how you can do both at the same time. My brain can't conceive of such a creation. Well, apart from a regular vacuum cleaner with a nozzly type bit that you can hold in your hand. Of course, yeah, I'm aware of a regular vacuum cleaner, but in terms of us building a robot that can clean things up, I'm not entirely sure what we can do. So after much bodging around and trying to make something work, I have come up with something, and it might well be brilliant. It might be an absolute catastrophic failure. Time will tell. So here we go. Brace yourselves, folks, because this is certainly a little bit weird looking, because I have created whatever this thing might be. So it's kind of a platform like we had before. It's got some more wheels at the back to try and kind of counterbalance the huge big kind of pointy stick bit over here. And on the front of the pointy stick are all of the dust cleaner things at various heights. So I'm hoping that at least one of these will be at the right height to clean dust off shelves and what have you. And then to get the stuff on the floor, we've got a kind of hinge type thingamajig down here. So look, we can go like this, look, and we can lower it down and it's sort of going to be fine. If we do that, look, it's kind of lowered enough where we can clean up some dirt. So if we go for... Hang on, we wasted time there. So if we try and do this on a time limit, let's very quickly bump that down to the floor. So we're still low enough to go under things. And look, we can still... Oh, well, look at that. We've got an amazing turning circle going on. So we can clean all the stuff on the floor. A little knock of the furniture there, but that's okay. So hang on. So clean... Oh, hang on. Can we get under there, though? Okay, hang on. Right, excuse me. Sorry, hang on a minute. Slight technical issue there. We need to get under there. We need to move... Oh, hang on a minute. We're moving the dust with the furniture. I think we're almost on that dust, though. I think that's about as far as we can move that chair. Okay, hang on. Can we bring the chair back? Can we move the chair back into its position? Possibly, yes. Okay, well, hang on. I think what we need to do is we need to try and get really low whilst also moving forward. So hang on. If I try and do that and go, there we go, look, there we go, perfect. And that means we still haven't moved the chair, so it's not counting against us. Right, so that's all that clean. So that's good. So we know that it works on the floor, but the other one worked on the floor. We knew that to be the case. Now comes the real test. If we stand that up, like... Okay, right, it might not be the best design, but it's fine. So we stand that up, hang on, a little bit more. Right, we're not going to get a good time on this. But look at this. Is it high enough? I think it might be just about high enough to clean the dust. Okay, we clean the dust at the top. Oh my goodness me. We've created something that's sort of working, although it's a little bit unsteady on its wheels. Hang on a minute. Hang on. That needs to go down a bit. We need to move that down so it can clean. Hang on a minute. Move it down. There we go. This is definitely the most efficient and best way to clean things. It's brilliant. Okay. Let's try and do all the high up bits first. It's not very good at turning round. I will give it that. Oh no! Okay, we hit a shoe. Is that shoe going to count as being out of its zone? I don't think it is. Okay, right. Hang on a minute. Right, so clean the dust. Oh, crikey, hang on. Bend it down a bit. There we go. Boop. Right, that dust has fallen off. Oh. That's interesting. Right, so that dust has tumbled off. That's quite interesting. That's good to know. Right, is there anything else? There's a bit on there, look. So hang on a minute. Bring that... Oh, no. Bring it up a bit. Bring it up a bit. This is brilliant. Right, there we go. Everything's fine. Human is still asleep. Hello, sleeping human. Right, then we can go here. Look, we can catch that with one of these, I'm sure. Just go, there we go. This is brilliant. Okay, and then we go to... Oh, now how are we going to get the ones on the top of the wardrobe? Oh, I didn't see those. Don't tell me that our second brilliant machine isn't good enough. Okay, so 19 out of 50. Where's the rest of the high up stuff? There's a little bit on the edge there, look. We can get that done, nice and easy. There's a bit on the edge there which we can get, nice and easy. Be careful though, careful. Yes, perfect. The rest of it I think is on the floor, except for the dust that's on the top of here. But I'm not entirely sure how we can get onto the top of here. Okay, hang on. Can we just sort of hit the cupboard a few times and just knock it off? Oh no, are we going to be thwarted again? Are we going to be thwarted once again by some tricky dust on the top of a cupboard? Yeah, clean up all the dust. It's not like it's a little bit of the dust. It's got to be all of the dust, and we're getting a bit wobbly. We're getting a bit wobbly. Yeah, we can't build any higher than that, though. That's as high as we can build. So I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to get that dust off there, because we can't build any more than that. Unless we're supposed to... Oh, I don't know. How do we get the dust off the top? Oh no, our machine isn't quite good enough. I thought it was perfect and brilliant, but no, it's almost there. We just need to get that final bit. I'm thinking we just try and knock it off. What if we put, no, not that way. Put the thing down. So boop. Right, like that. Can we reverse and go underneath? Oh, hang on a minute. Not like that. We can't. No, hang on a minute. Hang on. Go like that, though. And then just sort of lift the thing. Can we lift it up? No. We can't. Hang on. Can we lift it up like that? No, our wheels come up more than the thing. The wardrobe-y cupboardy thing is just too heavy. Right. Okay. Don't quite know. We're almost, look at it, we're so close to getting that dust at the top. No, do you know what? I was wrong. I thought the big kind of sticky bit here was as tall as it could be, but no, we can make it a little bit taller. So I put that one on the top, which I think should be enough to go and get the dust on top of the cupboard. Okay, right, let's have a little look at that. Now, can we move? Because this is now getting a little bit ridiculous. Right, we're not very quick. We're not very quick at all, but that doesn't matter. Speed isn't that important as long as we're efficient. Are we efficient? Let's see. Okay, we're not very good at driving over the rug type thing, but we'll try and avoid that if we can. Right, so here we go. Hello. Right, we might need to bend that down ever so slightly, like that possibly. Hang on, I'm going to do it slightly differently. Yes, and rotate. We might be coming from a slightly different angle with this one. And, oh, there's a bit of the, no, there's a bit at the back. Okay. Hang on. Oh, we're not very steady. Right, hang on. Go like reverse. Right, there we go. Right, bring that down like there. No. Right, hang on. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna get this at some point. I might have Oh, I've woken the person up because I smashed the glass. Okay, right. Hang on. Let me give that another go. Okay, I've identified a little bit of a problem. So if we put the great big cleaning arm all the way down like so, we then can't lift it back up again because I think the whole thing is too heavy. So it's okay when it's up, it's fine, and we can sort of move it around a little bit. But when it then goes all the way down, we can't do much about it. And I think is torque how much it can lift, like how much oomph it's got. So maybe it can't do that properly. So I think what you can do is, I think you can make things bigger. I think you can make certain things bigger. But for some reason I can't zoom in anymore. I'm not quite sure why I can't zoom in. But yeah, so I don't know if we can make this thing a bit bigger. Possibly. Can we resize it to make it bigger? That was in one of the tutorials, but maybe you can't do it on a kind of a motorized hinge type thing like that. Do you know what? It's fine. It's fine. For now, it's okay. We'll try and get that dust on the top of there with the extra kind of, the extra bit on the top. And then when we've cleaned all the dust from height, we can then go and clean the dust on the floor. but we have to make sure that we've got every single bit of dust before we then lower the arm because we can't get it back up again. And this is all fine, so hang on. Be very, very careful with this now because we can't do it properly. Right, hang on a minute. Yes, and hang on. Right, so go in from this angle, I would say. No, this angle. Turn to the right. No, it keeps banging that way. Like that, look. And then, oh no. No. This is... I'm going to get it eventually. We're going to get it eventually. It's going to be fine. It's all going to be there, like that. Oh, it bounces off the edge. It's so close. It's so near and yet so far. Okay, right. I'm going to keep trying. Until we get that pesky bit of dust on the top of this wardrobe-y, cupboardy thing. Okay, after many failed attempts, I've gone for a different approach. We've put one of the massive cleaning head things on the top. So rather than the little ones, we've gone for one of the big ones. So is that going to make any difference? I suspect maybe not. I suspect we've just kind of fallen over a bit at that point. I don't think that works as well. I don't think that... It's just that one pesky bit that's still there that we can't get hold of. No matter what we look, it's just ever so slightly just kind of brushing past it. I mean, yeah, look, we can't... It's really hard to control anyway, but yeah, that's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work. We need it to be sort of a little bit more... Okay, right, hang on. Last attempt, because I am getting a little bit confused as to what else we could do with this. So hang on a minute. Let's detach that, and detach that, and detach that thing, and we'll put just a block on it. That might make cleaning the floor difficult, but I'm sure we'll muddle through. We'll get it sorted somehow. So put a block on it, and then we'll attach that to it, and then we'll see if that gives us just the tiniest bit of reach. Okay, here we go. New and improved Mark, whatever it is, 57 it feels like, thingamabob coming in, and okay, we've got one of them. We've got the one. Then we can get the, not from that angle. We can't. Maybe we need to go in from the other angle. Hang on a second. Spin it round. Crash a little bit into the thing. We've got that one. We still can't get that one. I'm not into... Hang on, can we knock it off? Can we knock it a bit nearer? I know we don't want to break the window, because that will be back... Okay, I'm not entirely sure we can lift that back up again. No. We can't lift that back up. Okay, right. That's not going to fly either. That's not going to work. I mean, do we just add another block on and see if that gives us enough reach? We just got it by pure fluke and chance. I was just pressing enough buttons and hoping that it would work, and it did. Okay, right, hang on. Now we need to be incredibly careful. We don't want this to fall over, because if it does fall over, it's never going to come back up again. Right, let me that doesn't help, game. Let me very carefully and very slowly go and clean all the high up bits of dirt. And then once that's done, once the high up ones are done, we can then just let it kind of lower down again. That will be fine. But we just have to be a little bit careful until that happens, because... we can't stand it back up again if it gets too low. Okay, this is fine. This is all fine. Hang on a minute. We can clean that bit like that. We're not moving the furniture out of its kind of range. Right, okay, let's just go and clean up as best we can. That's going to be a tricky one to get sorted. Oh no, hang on a minute. How can we get this one? Now that one's not quite at the right height. It's got to get one of the... Hey, come on, that's right on it, game. Come on, that's just being mean. I think we only have the 2 bits of high up dust remaining, and my nerves are completely and utterly shredded, because this thing is so precarious. It's so wobbly and so unsteady. It could fall over at any moment. Look at it, it's really unsteady. So hang on, if we just get this one, just get this last bit here, that's got to be about the right height, doesn't it? I think that's it. I don't think there is any more. Oh no, there is. There is. Oh my goodness, we would have missed a bit on the edge of the computer desk over there. Right, hang on, let's go and get that final bit over there. Please don't fall over. Please don't fall over, because this has taken absolutely ages to get sorted, and I don't want to have to do all that again. So hang on a minute. There's one bit over there, look. And then I think after that, if we look around, I think everything else is on the floor. I think all the other bits are on the floor. So I think if we get this done... I'll just go and have a quick check, because I want to make sure that everything is as it should be. But then if that is the last high up bit, and we can run into it with one of our cleaning thingamabobbers, there we go. Just going to have a quick look around. I can't see any more high up dirt. I don't think there is any. So I think now we can lower the arm, and then we can just go and clean under things. And we've done that before. That's nice and simple, and we know that's going to work. So hang on. we have to be a little bit careful with this. And I assume we can still move. I think we could move. It was just all a little bit slow and painful. So, okay. If this isn't the last bit of dirt, if there's a bit of dirt in that lampshade or something, I'm going to be very sad. I'm fairly certain that's it. There's some dirt there. We know there's dirt under the bed. There's some dirt over there. There's some around there, under there. But I think that's it for the dirt that's in high up places. So 14 kind of feels like there should be 15 bits. Just to, round it up or whatever. Is there any more dirt anywhere? Is there dirt that I can't see? I don't think there is. Okay, do you know what? Never mind. We're just gonna lower the thing. We're going to lower the thing down. Hope that we can still move. Right. Yes, we can still move around. So we're okay. So here we go. Let's go now sort out all the dirt that is on the floor. And we know what we're doing with this. Apart from, okay, the big kind of chunky end bit that we had to add has made things a little bit trickier in terms of cleaning stuff up, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Hang on, there's a bit under there. We can't move the furniture too much, but I think we should be able to get that. Right, okay, let's go and do what we can with the rest of the dirt and hope that we haven't missed a high up bit, because if we have, I might just have to have a little tiny cry. Okay, we're on 43 out of 50, so there's another few bits there. So now we're on 46 out of 50. I have a terrible sinking feeling that there's not enough. Oh, no, there is. There's 4 under there. There's 4 under there. Oh, this is going to be glorious. This is going to be the crowning moment of our RoboCo career. We've done it. We've cleaned up the dust. We've not moved furniture too far. And we didn't wake up the sleeping person. Oh my goodness me. It took so long to get that sorted. And the design is somewhat unusual and possibly a bit primitive, but you know what? It worked. Look, we've got all lovely ticks going on and all sorts of shiny things happening. That is wonderful. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased that they were the last bits. I was sort of half thinking that it was going to be a little bit like in there or something, a bit of dust in the cupboard that we had to go and get, or behind that lampshade or something, but no, it was not to be, and there we are. We've completed it. We've done it. That's very wonderful. Well done, robot. And we shall call that robot Cleany Long Neck, because that's kind of what it is, and he's like a giraffe, but for cleaning and a robot. And I tagged it as other beautiful and funny, but there we go. It took a long time to get that done, but you know what? That's absolutely fun. I don't care how long it took. We shall press save and we shall continue. And there you go, Cleany Long Neck. You've done a grand job. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I mean, look at that. We did better on that level than we did on the Piñata one. And that, I think, the Piñata one is, in concept, is a lot easier than that one. But there we go. We've done that as well. That's wonderful. I'm so happy that's complete. I'm genuinely overjoyed. Oh, this is a little bit sad, isn't it? So I came back in to revisit our long-necked, cleany robot friend because I thought, you know what? Now they're complete and we know they work, we can give them a hat. And I was going to give them a hat and some other decorative things as well. But as you can see, they're not here. They're not here at all. And then if we go to save or load, where it says save or load your robot, they're not there either. So our wonderful creation has just kind of vanished into nothing, which is a little bit sad. But there we go. Never mind. You shall live long on in our memory, longy, long neck, cleany bot, or whatever we called you. And with that done, I think we'll wrap things up for now with our little look at RoboCo. I think we've had a very good look at the game to see what it's all about and how it works and all that kind of stuff. And I've really enjoyed this, even though I've been demonstrably terrible at it. I don't kind of have that engineering mindset. I'm not entirely sure how to fit all the bits together that we had available to make useful things. So as we saw, the robots I created were a little bit primitive perhaps, but you know what, they worked in the end. The Piñata one wasn't quite so great, but the other ones were pretty good in the end, I think. But I do quite like this. I like the fact that it's got the serious aspect of building a robot. So you've got all those wonderful kind of components and there's loads of things in there that I didn't even understand what they did, but you've got all these things that will be bound by kind of proper, well put together physics, and then you're in this world which is very silly because you've got the characters that are all a bit daft wandering about like that with their crazy walks, and the missions that you have to kind of complete are a little bit silly. Build a robot to break open a piñata, build a robot to deliver a sandwich, all that kind of stuff, build a robot to go and clean a room and don't wake up the person. They're all kind of silly goals, bound by the kind of very realistic physics rules that the robots are obeying, which I do quite like. I like that. It's a lot of fun. And if you do like engineering, if you like kind of engineering and puzzle solving and putting robots together, then absolutely this will be the game for you. Because, I mean, I wasn't very good and I'm not very kind of creative with this kind of thing. Putting robots and machines together isn't really my thing. But I think if you you knew what you were doing, you could create all sorts of weird and wonderful things to do the job way better than I did. So there we go. We'll wrap things up for now, but it has been a lot of fun. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. This robotic arm has salmonella on it. Okay, so we've got two things that are diseased. Be warned about Tutorial Robot. He's all sort of retro and adorable. I think he wants to destroy humanity. Hungry humans, come and order some food. 74% efficiency. Oh my goodness. Wow. There he is. There's a murderous robot face.